Hello, everyone. Good evening. Wish you all a very happy Lohri, happy Makar Sankranti. And yes, we'll start the session. And in this particular session, quickly, we will have a look at the Nifty charts and try to analyze what can happen tomorrow. What can we expect? What would be the trend? We'll also analyze Bank Nifty charts and various other sectors, looking at various other indices. And of course, any other doubts or questions that you guys have, feel free to ask me in the comment section. If any of your comments are unanswered, I would spend last 5 to 10 minutes in answering those questions where you can ask me your questions once again. All right. So this session will be in English. Remember, Monday and Thursday we will have the session in the evening 6 o'clock in Hindi, and today that is Tuesday, and on Friday we will have a session in English at 6 p.m. All right. So yeah, hello Mridulji. Let me very quickly share my screen and let's quickly analyze what has happened today. So this is the daily chart of Nifty. You can see a small doji. Yeah, yesterday also after a gap down, the body of the candle was comparatively, very small, right? So we can say that there are two dojis appearing at this yellow color band. This yellow color line is nothing but the lower Bollinger Band. Should I increase? Should I change the font? Um, Very quickly, if the yellow line is not seen properly, you can very well change the color. We'll change the color to let's say, yeah, purple. Okay, yeah, and you can also increase the width so that you can see it properly like this. Okay, so let me just remove this. So yep, we have this line, lower Bollinger Band and a small doji. Market Nifty was actually up by, not even complete half a percent, just up by 0.39% over here. Yeah, that you can see. So nothing much has happened in Nifty today. Most of the action has happened in the mid cap and the small cap space, especially the Adani stocks. They gave a great comeback, and the reason that market is speculating is when Mr. Trump takes the chair out there, the policies would be favorable, and things can pan out in a better way for Adani Group. So that was just the market news, and that's why it was up. We will look at Adani stocks maybe later in a while, but let's have a look at the 15-minute chart of Nifty. So on the 15-minute chart of the Nifty, you can see that there was a gap up opening. All right, and throughout the day, literally, okay, Nifty did not do anything. It remained sideways. All right, over here for a brief while, Nifty tried to go above this 40 EMA, our blue line. All right, but it failed, and it came down and finally closed exactly at the 40 EMA, where the RMI on the 15-minute time frame chart is in a buy mode now. All right, so early in the morning over here, RMI was in a buy mode, so there was a slight bullishness, but after the sell signal over here, it actually remained flat. Okay, so that's 15-minute chart, and you can see the Bollinger Band has gone into a squeeze. Yeah, like this, where the upper band and the lower band width, okay, has narrowed down, indicating that there was no volatility. But market has in market there is only one constant, and that one constant is volatility will come and will go. It will come again and it will go again. This will keep on repeating. So if the volatility has gone, which is seen via the band squeeze, squeeze anytime soon. The volatility can come. Okay, so what should we do? On this 15-minute chart, we have to watch the momentum. Is momentum in a buy mode or in a sell mode? If it is in a buy mode and prices gives a close above this upper Bollinger Band, then we can see a rally. And till where the rally can come, maybe this gap has already been covered, so maybe the next level will be somewhere near 23,500. All right, if prices gives a close above the upper Bollinger Band, the momentum indicator is also bullish, then we can see maybe a rally like, this over here, something like, a quick rally up over here. Or if the prices gives a close below the lower Bollinger Band and the RMI indicator turns bearish, then this particular bottom will be tested. All right, which is somewhere at 23,039. So 23,000, let's pick that as a round number. 23,000 is a round number, below, going below which will be problematic for Nifty. Okay, now let's look at a higher time frame chart over here. On the 125-minute chart, RMI can give a buy signal if it starts going up. All right, so nothing much as of now. As of now, it is in a bearish mode. And last time we had identified this particular gap down as our resistance. So this area 23,300 to 23,400 will remain as a strong resistance for Nifty. Okay, on the daily chart, RMI is still in a bearish mode, but the prices are at the lower Bollinger Band. So there is something called as revert back to its mean. So if there is a short term bounce back, which we will look at the sentiment indicators and try to understand that a short term bounce back can come or not. If it comes short term bounce back, it can come to this level over here, median line and the 40 EMA. And from there we'll have to again see whether it is breaking on the upside or reversing again from there. Okay, weekly chart, nothing much has changed. It's more or less the same small candle doji over here, so no point in analyzing this. Okay, let's look at the bank Nifty chart now. So on the bank Nifty chart, let me load the layout and let me change it to bank Nifty. So on this bank Nifty, what do we have is nothing much over here. Prices are still near the lower Bollinger Band. So this on the weekly chart. Okay, so we'll have to wait for prices to close above and inside the Bollinger Band. Then probably next week we can see a little bit bounce back, a little bit. Yeah. On the daily time frame chart, yes, you can see that prices were outside the band yesterday and today it has closed well above. So probably a mean reversion can happen to somewhere around this area, that is 49,850. Yeah, this line is also coming down. So maybe in a couple of days, bank Nifty can give a bounce back up to 49,850. And for that we also have to check the momentum. Is momentum getting into the bullish mode, or a rise is getting sold into? So this particular level where we had marked the triple top breakout, yeah, this level over here, so this level is acting like a strong resistance. All right, and if this resistance is broken out, it will be very strong bulls will be able to break out above this 49,500 mark, or maybe 50,000 mark, a round number. So bank Nifty, if it gets steady above 50,000, then maybe it can start its rally upwards. But until that time, it would be very difficult to touch bank Nifty. So can play on a shorter term basis. All right, let's look at 75-minute time frame chart of Bank Nifty. So on the 75-minute, yes, after tagging the lower band, it opened up with a gap today, and it reverted back to its mean and closed slightly above the median line. Um, Momentum indicator is in a bullish mode, so yes, we can expect some carry forward tomorrow. Okay, in Bank Nifty. On the 15-minute chart, it's very interesting because the RMI is in a buy mode, and throughout the day today, Bank Nifty has taken support from this 40 EMA. So this is a good thing that we can see over here throughout the day. See, never it did not go down over here in the morning, gave a rally, went down for around 15 30 minutes over here, and again rallied up, took support and closed well above this level 40 EMA. So yeah, look at this. Yeah, it was a strong resistance that was coming in Bank Nifty. Strong resistance from the 40 EMA was coming in every time, and this time, my friends, it has closed well above the 40 EMA. Momentum is also kind of a bullish thing. 75-minute chart is a bullish pattern, a bullish crossover. So expect Bank Nifty tomorrow to remain positive, a small bounce back. Okay. Let's look at any doubts, any questions. Feel free before I go on to the sentiment indicators. Any doubts, questions? Yeah, feel free to comment. And okay, no doubts, no doubts. All right. So let me head back. Okay, let me head back to the daily time frame. Participant positioning, FII index futures long position, nothing much to speak about over here. It's still in the bearish, in the oversold territory. And since this is in an oversold territory, we can expect a short term bounce back in Nifty. All right. Let's quickly look at the momentum swing. Yesterday itself, this particular indicator had touched the levels of 9 and 10, right? And today there is a slight gap up opening and a slight bounce back. What about average swing? Average swing is also somewhere near over here. But what can we see is a probable bullish divergence in average swing and in Nifty. So yes, this indicator is also pointing towards some bounce back. All right, in Nifty. Let's look at the diffusion indicators. So percentage of stocks above 20 SMA is somewhere near 30-40 levels. Nothing much to speak about over here. But yes, percentage of stocks above 100 SMA has reached its oversold territory. Before 100, we will look at 50. 50 is headed towards this, so nothing much that we can talk about in this. So that's why let's focus on 100. Yeah. So it has reached its oversold territory, and in the last session yesterday itself, it was in Hindi. But for those who did not join in yesterday, we can see some, whenever there is this, we can see a bottom, short term bottom that gets formed over here. Okay. Let's look at some other instances when this particular indicator has gone in the oversold territory. There is some bottom that is formed, right? Yeah. So bottom over here, sharp bounce back. Bottom over here, a nice meaningful bounce back. A bottom over here, a slight bounce back. It came up, came down and went up again. So over here, what has happened in this place is, so there was a kind of divergence once again over here, where Nifty made a lower low, but this particular indicator did not make a lower low. Yep. So and from there on it bounced back, so maybe something like this we can expect. Okay, maybe for a day or two it remains positive and then there is a panic, and after this panic sell off then it picks up. So something like this also is a possibility. So the traders, the investors have to be prepared and don't get carried away with one or two green candles. All right, unless and until basic Dow theory, if we stick to, all right, the main thing is the lower highs and lower lows, it should be, it should get reversed to a higher high and higher lows. From there you can find a trend. All right, so something like that same stuff we can expect over here. All right, so this was for Nifty 50. Let's look at Nifty 500. Percentage of stocks above 100 SMA. So the same indicator has also um, gone to its oversold territory, right? And just like Nifty, Nifty 500 index has also bounced back wherever this particular indicator has gone in their oversold territory. Similarly, let's look at Midcap 100. In the mid-cap 100 space, we can see a bearish trend, a big red candle with a gap up opening and a closing within the range of the previous day. So this is a classic bullish harami pattern. Okay, a trend reversal candlestick pattern, and this was formed where, let's see, is it formed at a crucial level? Yeah, 61.8% support level. So at this support level, a bullish pattern, candlestick pattern is being formed. So can expect a bounce back in the mid cap space as well. The immediate resistance will be this particular gap. So this gap, if it gets covered on the upside, then maybe it can take a support down over here and then go up once again. So some bullish turnaround can be seen in the mid cap counter. Let's also look at the small cap 100 space. So on a small cap space, again, the same stuff. The indicator has gone to a highly oversold territory. Again, a kind of a bullish harami pattern, a trend reversal pattern. Is it at 61.8? More or less, it will be, yeah, 61.8% support level. So that 61.8 is considered to be a nice, a golden ratio, where there is a very high probability of any index or any stock to take strong support or resistance around 61.8% retracement level of its previous rally. Okay, so let's understand. Okay, any other doubts, questions so far? Uh, So more or less, what we can sense is a nice bounce back. Medium term bounce back is expected in the market. All right, and that bounce back, the overall trend is still in a bearish mode. All right. Also, let me have one look at the RRG charts. In the meanwhile, if you have any doubts, questions, yeah, feel free to type it. Right, on the RRG we'll select the sectors. Now on the daily chart, what can we see? Some major change. Yeah, look at this. Nifty IT is crossing the border from weakening to leading quadrant. So if the market remains bullish, it gives a bounce back. IT counters are supposed to be watched out for tomorrow. All right. Nifty, CPSE, and energy are headed down. Anything that is headed up, which is gaining momentum. FMCG is down. Auto over here. So no, nothing major. Media and metal from the lagging quadrant is headed upwards. but I don't know whether it will sustain or not. So be very careful. Maybe a long term players can try and watch out, because in the lagging quadrant these are the sectors which are already for a long time they have lost their momentum and they are underperforming market. So somewhere down the line the cycle gets complete, the momentum starts coming in, and once the momentum starts coming in there is some sort of a bounce back, and from there maybe it can go to a leading quadrant or come back down again. So a kind of you can watch out for some for a longer term player over here. Okay, Sky Gold share. All right, Mridulji, we'll have a look at it. Um, okay, Sky Gold Limited. All right, so Sky Gold Limited over here on the daily chart has formed a bullish pattern, but the RMI has not given a buy. Now, this seems to be a circuit to circuit stock where prices goes up, with only buyers, and sometimes comes down with only sellers. So it will always be a risky counter to look at it. All right. So on this particular daily chart, it is at a lower band. Maybe a small bounce back can be expected to somewhere around 387 to 400 levels. Okay, but then whether it will sustain, will it give a breakout above it or not, is still can't be said. On the weekly chart, prices has traveled down to the median line over here and taking support, but the RMI is still kind of a bearish mode. So of course, on the daily chart, if it gives a bounce back, then the weekly chart would also change, and the RMI momentum would also change, right? So important level to watch out for in this particular stock, Mridulji, is this, this level over here, this previous stop, where the moving averages are also together. Okay. Also, if you want to look at the valuation, you can say strike valuation setup. And on this, the market cap to sales ratio on a 1 year period is headed downwards. All right, so not a good place to be in right now. Let me look at the 5 year valuation. That's the weekly chart. So on a 5 year, it was at +2 standard deviations over here, and it's coming down, and RMI is also. So maybe the stock is considered to be highly valued or overvalued, you can say. And if we look at the monthly chart, yeah, on the monthly chart also the valuations are very high, and data is actually not sufficient enough. So yeah, be very careful, my friend. Okay, what is the next question? These days, many stocks are forming double bottom patterns, which is not good. Nifty has already dropped. Uh, why, if Shubham, if many stocks are forming double bottoms, it is a bullish trend reversal pattern. So it's actually good. Yeah. Can you name any stock which where there is any double bottom or anything? Okay. So which stocks are forming which patterns? Okay, you can definitely go to the scanner section. All right, over here. And once you click on the scanner section, there are these candlestick scanners. So on these candlestick scanners, what you can see is some bullish reversal scanners. So from the F&O basket, there are many stocks over here which have formed some bullish, reversal patterns. Like ABB has formed a bullish spinning top. CG Power over here has formed a bullish engulfing pattern. So like this, you can just find out stocks from here, and you can look at it. All right. Bata Sudhir Singh ji is asking, Bata India seem to have inverted head and shoulder, but looks like it's broken. Let me look at Bata. I'll take up PI Industries next. So here we have Bata India, seem to have inverted head and shoulder. So you are talking about some over here like this, yeah, shoulder, head, shoulder, and there was a breakout, but again it did not materialize, and it went right back inside, and it's somewhere near this right shoulder low. So yep, as per this particular, if the trade was taken over here, this low, if it gets broken on the closing basis, then this is no longer a inverted head and shoulder. Okay, we can look at the volumes also. So you can see whether, if whenever Sudhirji in future, whenever you see some pattern breakout or a trend line breakout, always confirm that with volumes. And in this case, yeah, the RMI was also bullish over here. There was some good volumes happened over here, but on the breakout there was not much. It failed immediately, all right, and came down. On the weekly chart, what we can see is that there is some uh, bullish thing that has happened over here. There is a doji and a strong candle, but again not with strong volumes. Okay, so overall Bata India, you can look at this as a support level, all right. And also looking at the monthly chart, where is it? On the monthly chart, it's getting squeezed between the lower band and these moving averages. So if you are looking for a long term, then Bata India should give a close above around 1515 levels. All right, and maybe this is going in a, you can say, a wedge kind of a pattern. Yeah, a kind of a triangular consolidation. So on a monthly chart, yeah, RMI also over here is kind of a sideways. Yes, it has consolidated too much, Mridulji, and that's exactly, can give a rise to a big move. All right. So have to be very careful. Let's look at the hourly chart. What does it say? So on an hourly chart over here, it has given a strong move downwards. Maybe, RMI is giving a buy signal, a buy mode over here, bullish mode, and it can, give a slight bounce back up to 1360 or 1370 to test this resistance area from the moving averages. All right, Sudhirji. Okay, this tool was helpful in the market. Thanks for guiding. Yeah, thank you, Shubham. Manojji, JSW Energy, can you check if the trend has changed? Manojji, I saw JSW. It's kind of, not so strong. The chart is not so strong, but let me just have a look at it. So you can see on the daily time frame chart, with volumes, it has given this gap. Yeah, it is up with a small gap. This, I call this gap as a partial gap, that yesterday's close was 517.75, and today's opening is 527. All right, so this small is a partial gap, and the momentum is still in a bearish mode. But looking at the Bollinger Band, the upper band has also turned, sideways or a little bit downwards. This indicates that there could be a mean reversion, and JSW in a shorter term can come up to test this gap area resistance, which is coinciding with the moving averages out here. All right, let's also check the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, the stock is still in a bearish mode. Yeah, RMI is in a nice bearish mode, and the prices are also, below the lower Bollinger Band. So on Friday evening, we'll have to check whether there is a close inside the band or not. All right, and monthly chart. Let's look at the monthly chart. It's kind of, it may take a support at the median line or at this moving averages. the momentum is still bearish. So on the monthly, weekly chart, the momentum is bearish. The daily chart, it's, the bearish has slowed down, so it's oversold, you can say. Maybe because of the oversold, there may be a bounce back. Yeah, on the hourly chart, let's look at the levels. So on the hourly chart, you can look at these levels over here: 40 EMA, which is coinciding with the upper Bollinger Band, which is acting like a strong resistance level. All right. So Manoj ji, I hope I've answered your question here. Please check Jush, very strong trend in this downfall. Okay, let's see Jush. Jush Engineering, Kartikeya. Okay, so this Jush has given a nice gap up today. Is it with volume? Yes, it is with volumes. Nice strong volumes up here. It was under a squeeze, did not close above the upper Bollinger Band, so still in a kind of a sideways. Gets support from this moving averages. 577 to 590 is a support for Jush, and this previous stop will act like a resistance. 655 will act like a resistance for it. RMI was in a buy mode. On the weekly chart, RMI went into sell and again giving a buy mode. The trend is bullish, you can say. Yep. And maybe a kind of a flag, which is a bullish continuation pattern. Okay, kind of a flag pattern over here. So, which also says that you need to wait for a breakout. And since this is a weekly chart, you will have to wait for on a closing basis on a weekly chart, or you may also look at this daily time frame chart. And okay, this cannot be a good trend line, so yeah, you can draw this as a trend line over here and probably wait for a breakout over here, a short term breakout. Yep, most welcome, Karthikeya. All right, so last stock, Shubham, check BSC. It seems good in this red market too. RMI is giving any buy or sell. Okay, so for those my friends, those who have not subscribed to this particular software, Strike, I would recommend this particular platform to all of you. Shubham, kindly start your 7-day free trial and see for yourself whether any RMI is giving a buy signal or a sell signal. Learn proper methods. So there are videos given to help you, and then accordingly you take your decision. So look at BSE counter. RMI is about to give a buy signal. All right, it is still in a, the green line is still below the red line. All right, and the 40 EMA over here is acting like a good support level for BSE. And BSE is such a stock, what I feel is it's kind of an investor stock. Whether market is bullish or bearish, whether people are buying or people are selling, on every trade, people pay exchange turnover charges to the exchanges. So NSE and BSE stock will remain till the time there the market is remaining. Yeah. So great, Vaibhav. Good to know. Any offer? Yes. So you can just go through the billing plans over here, Shubham. Plans and billings out here. So for a monthly, there is 650 rupees per month. If you subscribe for 6 months, there is this 3600 rupees. If you subscribe for 1 year, we will give you another 15% off. So 5610 rupees for 1 year. For 2 years, 10,200, and for 5 years, 21,930. So you can choose any plan of your choice and begin. All right, guys. So that's my time. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for joining today over here. And we meet you on Thursday evening, and that session will be in Hindi. Okay. That's great, Mizrul ji. Good to know. All right. Thank you, everyone. Happy festive days and happy learning, happy trading. See you. Bye bye.